want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Like many of us on JoBlo, Arrow in the Head, I love Stephen King. I always have. The movies in the 80s and the 90s, I was there for every miniseries. And the thing is, even at its worst, filmic King is cheesy, it's campy, it's fun. Side note, am I the only one that really wants a Blu-ray special edition of Storm of the Century? It was probably the best miniseries in the 90s for sure, and one that still holds up today. The acting's really good, the story's epic, the atmosphere is chilling, especially for network TV.
Speaking of your daddy.
Why are you wearing those?
Because I choose to.
You got a guy from Wings, and the villain has this little saying that I've lived my life by.
Give me what I want and I'll go away.
And so, keeping with King, I'd like to jump into a film that embodies everything the Black Sheep column stands for. I'm here to dig deep and give some love to Mick Garris and Stephen King's Sleepwalkers. I want to thank you guys for watching The Black Sheep, and ask that if you enjoy our shows, please subscribe to our channel right now. Like this video and click on the bell so you can be notified each time a new video goes up. And now back to the show. Starting off in Bodega Bay, California. Haha, Puppet Master. We're introduced to a grisly scene at the hands of the nomadic Brady family. An oceanside house covered in dead, mutilated cats with the body of a little girl inside. The two main cops, one being Mark Hamill with one hell of a mustache, fake of course, but he pulls it off so well. I really wish he would have sported it more. Look at that thing. It could run for office and win. Looking good, Mark. After an obligatory cat jump scare, common back then, our boys in blue discover the corpse of a little girl drained of life. In what I believe to be a nice nod to the Tobe Hooper classic, The Underrated Life Force. Am I right? This opening scene gives us, the audience, everything we need to know, condensed into one scene. Life-sucking beings, a hatred of cats, and a healthy amount of cameos throughout. Quick fact, these aren't props, but the bodies of real cats that were given from the local pound. Seriously, could you imagine this scene full of real dead cats going on today? What a shit show that would be. Either way, we are given all the information we would need, even showing us the dueling tones, at times serious, while also being campy and over the top. Charles and Mary Brady are the last of a werecat-like, soul-sucking creature, traversing the land, feeding and fleeing. A story King wrote specifically for the big screen. Sleepwalkers is an odd and interesting little tale, at times cautious and slow burning, more subdued horror, while also a schlocky B movie for the ages. One that doesn't always work, but its weird plot makes this prime for cult status. Brian Krause plays the charming pretty boy Charles, who's tasked with hunting down prey in the form of hot innocent virgins, so he and his mother Mary can feed. So despite what most of the internet says, the performances mostly work here, and work pretty damn well. Mostly. Krause is believable as a good-looking and charming Midwesterner. He is a perfect bait. He wins over his class, gets a good laugh at the expense of Beetlejuice's Otho.
Actually, Mr. Fallows, a box has 6 sides.
And is clearly the type of guy who's gonna try and your girlfriend. I gotta hand it to Charles. He has a solid plan. It's hinted that they may be the last of their kind, and that their human form is set, meaning Mary will always be 40, and Charles will always be a high schooler that looks like he's 24. Somehow in this ridiculous movie, you have a bit of sympathy for them. Their relationship is the crux of the story, and it could have been schlocky and surface level, and if so, this would have been more than acceptable and fit perfectly within the midnight movie atmosphere Garrison and King were going for. But casting Alison Krige elevates a lot here. As the matriarch, it's just the two of them, but she's in charge. Mary puts her son out there to hunt and to feed her, even though she is more than capable herself. Since it's about the life force or the souls of virgins, she probably could have gone to any high school and fed off the entire chess team, but what are you gonna do? Mary is manipulative and jealous, but you also feel for her too.
We just have to take care of each other.
The loneliness of very likely being the last of their kind. If the line was more self-aware, who's to say it wouldn't be more like them? And that they can never truly settle down. I mean, it's a good way to keep these two from being one-note characters. Look at this scene where Tanya surprises Charles at his house.
Oh, they're strays, but we'll get rid of them. We're good at getting rid of pests.
Look how calm and calculated Mary is. She wants Tanya dead and dead yesterday, but basically smiles through her clenched teeth. Surprisingly intense, and it's such a great performance. Not to mention when she loses her shit in the final act and convincingly goes mad and kicks ass. Bravo, Alice Krige. Bravo. Now, I've read that the male sleepwalker eats, then passes it to the female via intercourse. Maybe. It doesn't seem like a very convenient way for a species to survive. And this is never said in the film, but this may be the case. I was kinda hoping their odd, incestualized relationship was out of loneliness and a lack of regard for normal sleepwalker etiquette. I still think Mary could have eaten some poor dorky kids. Around the 50-minute mark is where this film goes for broke. This is a tale of two films, and the second half bears very little in tone to the first. I do like how serious and cautious King treats the first half, but this is always meant to be a B-movie for the heyday of the drive-in. And once Tanya stabs Charles with a corkscrew, it becomes pure madcap entertainment. Puns, one-liners, we get some very sassy talkback from the Bradys.
Cop kebab!
No vegetables, no dessert. Those are the rules.
I don't believe you fired a warning shot, officer. People really should learn to keep their hands to themselves. Here's yours.
The gore is also great here. When Otho gets suspicious of Charles, we have a great hand removal, which at the time is surprisingly gory. We get Ron Perlman, who's always a great asshole, gets his arm snapped back and knocked out with it, a sweet fence impaling, and some chewed off fingers. It really gets ridiculous when a cop gets stabbed with an ear of corn, but that is why Sleepwalkers is actually great. Pistols, blowing up cars, weird creature sex, and a goddamn corn on the cob kill. Is Sleepwalkers ridiculous? Yes, but no. It's dumb fun, and I'm here to tell you this. It's a good time. Like, look at this. He shoots Mary point blank with a shotgun, and it goes through her, blowing off the cat, clear across the room. Look at it. It's not just good. It's not just great.
It's amazing.
Okay, so after reading some reviews, maybe I'm the only one who doesn't find the idea of cats being deadly to these ancient creatures a bad idea. They are natural predators. I like the idea of these feral cats, which are poisonous to sleepwalkers, surrounding their prey as they grow in numbers. I don't know, to me it's a great visual, probably the least ridiculous thing in this movie. This cute little shit would die if a cat saliva touched her. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. And again, as someone who is super allergic, if cats surrounded my house like this, I'd be as good as Macaulay Culkin in My Girl.
And where is his glasses? He can't see without his glasses.
I'd also like to give some credit to Mick Garris. Coming off Critters 2 and Psycho 4, this film has a distinct identity. Mick's directing choices here not only fit the film, but he gives this film great energy. Small things like the addition of the cat vision, the sweeping movement every time we see the car change, or when Charles gets backhanded by his mom. After a rewatch, this feels exciting, and I'd argue wacky story aside, Mick is an underrated director and knows how to set up a scene. It's cool to see that he has great friends. From Stephen King to Clive Barker and Tobe Hooper, we get John Landis and Joe Dante, and not to mention Mark Great Mustache Hamill in the beginning. Let's not forget about the heart of Sleepwalkers, Madchen Amick's Tanya. She plays the innocent virgin who's meant to be the food that will sustain Mary and Charles. She plays young, beautiful, and full of life, like it's her natural state of being. I am in my mid-30s, and her infectious energy and optimistic vibe, I mean, it really takes you back to young love. Amick can act, no doubt. A great part of Twin Peaks, and though I wish she had more to do in the surprisingly great revival, when she breaks down to Ed and Norma getting together, in a moment of closure I never knew I needed.
I love you.
Thank you, a king among men, Mr. Lynch. Her beauty and wavelength gives me hope. A small thing like her biting her lip. Jesus. My heart is fluttering. She got me so spiritual. I'm on a Van Morrison type of level. Okay, so what I'm really trying to say is, she makes me want to be a better man.
Boy, if I ever